Hey yo, it's Heed. Uh, little update on how I'm doing with the weed. Um, I decided I was gonna try to cut back, again, make a little effort. I didn't tell anyone that I was doing anything. I was just gonna try to let it run out sort of slowly and then just not get any more. But then, on the weekend, I went with my kids and not my husband, so just me to be in charge of the kids, um, up to the cottage where my husband's grandmother is. So she was there too. But I've come to understand about myself that if I stay over there, like the first night, we usually go on the Friday, right? Go on the Friday after work or whatever. So go later in the day on Friday and then just have a little bit of an evening there and then we're off to bed, right? So there's the first night. Then the next day, well, it's mornings are just hard with people. Like having to be social right in the morning with someone who's not like in your immediate family is like, oh, you know? Um, and then not just that, like, I feel like I kind of have to be always a step ahead of her in taking care of my kids before she will feel like she has to do it. Like she always wakes up before me. So she would be already awake, and as soon as my kids come out, if they say anything about wanting anything, then she'll be, hopping around. And she's like having trouble getting around, so it's really not very sensible. But anyway, I guess what I wanted to talk about it was I've realized that I can't handle socializing. Like the way it is up there, it's like a marathon. Because we get up there Friday night, so we're socialized a little bit then, and then go to sleep. The next day, it's like the whole day, except for when we went to the beach, was basically like just talking, like almost constant conversation. And like I'm a chatterbox. I chat. I'm probably the annoying person who's talking too much most of the time in my life. But um so I'm not too familiar with the experience of having it be someone else chattering. Um I'm really not used to it anymore. Like I spend a lot of time kind of alone. I even work alone sometimes for quite a bit of the time. Like definitely sometimes for the whole day. But it wouldn't be like a few days in a row, probably. Usually one day alone and then working with others, probably. But, like Sunday morning, I found like I'm just so worn down by all the talking and like just being exposed to like I'm being perceived. Like, I feel like I'm being perceived, and especially like as a mom, too. It's being watched, like how I interact with my kids and like how I take care of them and like what I do for them and what I don't do. Like when we were up there, I didn't make sure that the kids had a bath that night. Like obviously not the Friday night. We got there late. But I didn't make sure they had it on Saturday either. And then we left Sunday. Which to me, like, it's not that big of a deal, but no, they obviously did both need a bath. They've had them now. But yeah, and it's also just having to sleep in a bed that's not mine too. Well, it's bunk beds there, so like my son and daughter could sleep in the same bed together. Like they're pretty young. Um but they just can't seem to get along well enough. So then my daughter wanted me to sleep with my son in the bed with me so that she didn't have to. So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But it sucks. Even just like, I don't know, maybe a different bed is okay. It depends on the bed, right? But the different pillow, like the thickness of the pillow, it just felt wrong. It was too thick. And it's like, what can you do if it's too thick? Because, like, you can always make it thicker if it's not thick enough by, like, putting your hand underneath or whatever, your arm. So the final day, I was kind of going there with this idea in my head that I shouldn't tell her about my problems because she's elderly and has health problems, right? But I do feel like I have a lot of problems and I've been quite troubled with them. You know, they're on my mind. They play on my mind. That's how intense it was. Like, they were really in the forefront, significant in the forefront. Like, I was finding myself having to just start crying in the middle of eating and in the middle of working sometimes. Like, that's how upsetting it was. Like, it was a very difficult emotional situation I was having. But I was trying to just seem fine over there, and like, obviously she'll ask about things, like, and with my husband not coming, ask about him, and kind of like sometimes ask things about us talking, or like ask things about our relationship. And I kind of had the sense that she, like, I had told her about the troubles we'd been having very straightforwardly, very bluntly. I was like, things are going real bad, you know, like, and another time after that time, when she asked about it again, I could just tell that she just wants me to lie. She just wants the truth to be different, which, like, I can understand, of course. Like, she wants things to be nice, but, like, I should just tell her it's nice, right? I should just lie, because it's really hard for me. Like, it doesn't feel easy. I don't want to lie, and I don't want to really be questioned. Like, yeah, just, yeah, it sucked noticing that it's like, oh, she doesn't want this to be happening anymore. Like, I should. And, like, over time, I realized that, like, I'm an adult now. I'm supposed to be the mature person. I'm supposed to be, like, I have it together, right? And she is an elderly person who is, like, going downhill. I should be, like, almost even kind of a carer for her, which in a way I am. Like, I do things for her, I help her. But even, like, mentally too, right? Like, take on the burden of, like, making, like, not making her more stressed out by telling her about my life. But I am kind of in a awkward, like, I'm in a bit of a difficult situation where, like, I don't have that many people that I talk to. I have a therapist, and I talk to my husband, even though things are going so badly. Like, I still am trying to talk to her. And I talk to my kids, like, varying levels of appropriateness. Like, I feel like it's, I have such a hard time with my filtering what I'm saying. So, like, I kept it together all that time. But the final day up at the cottage, I told her all the bad stuff, even the worst of it. Like, even things that were just in my mind that I had only told one other person, my husband, that, like, how bad it was. I mean, I'll just say it. How bad it was is it was bad enough that even though I've been here for 10 years, I thought maybe I should go back home. You know, like, I never thought that no matter what happened in all this time, I never thought I should go back home. I think kind of partly because it's like, go back home to what? Like, where? There's not a building, like, and there's not, like, it's not like I could go and move back in with my parents. That's not even remotely a possibility. Like, they, even if they were welcoming, they wouldn't be able to welcome me because of their house. Like, that's not feasible. But, like, realistically, thinking about going back home with, like, the size of my family, I have two sides of the family that are both huge. Like, I have so many cousins. So, even if my direct immediate family is kind of not that close and not that much support, like, ability, it's just there's so many other people too, and, like, I have the sense of, like, that people care about me there, and that's kind of what's been lost here. The recent things that happened kind of, like, took out that belief in me that, like, people care about me here. I started to think, like, ooh, this seems really scary. Like, I don't know where to turn. It was kind of like really close together. There was a few people who were people that I would have turned to that were kind of taken out at once. And one person had already moved away a while before that, which, like, I kind of didn't feel that much yet that they were gone. But then when it was like, oh, wait, like, what if I need help? Like, who am I going to turn to? And for some reason, like, I specifically was thinking of, like, what if people thought that I was crazy and I got put into a psych ward? Like, would I be in a situation where no one would come and get me out? You know? Like, maybe I should live in a place where I have some people that I could call to be like, yo, I need to get picked up. You know? Like, it seems scary. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe this is just a random morning waffle time. Bye!